5 critical Emirates ID mistakes that could cost you thousands. Imagine this. You're finally settled in Dubai, got your Emirates ID, and you think you're all set. And then suddenly your bank accounts freeze. You're hit with thousands in fines, or even worse, you're stopped at immigration and sent back to your home country. Sounds like a nightmare, right? Here's the shocking truth. Thousands of expats make these exact mistakes every single year, and most don't realize it until it's too late. In today's video, I'm revealing the 5 critical Emirates ID mistakes that could literally cost you thousands. Mistakes that even the Dubai experts don't tell you about. Hi, I'm Nariman from Emifast, and we help entrepreneurs maximize their income and minimize taxes with smart global relocation strategies. Visit our website emifast.com to explore our resources or to talk with one of our consultants. We're happy to help. At Emifast, we've seen countless clients come to us after making these exact mistakes. Smart, successful people who simply didn't know the rules of the game. But don't worry, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to protect yourself and your assets. Here's the deal most people don't realize. Most UAE visas require you to enter the UAE every 180 days. Yes, this includes investors' visas too. I know many of you think investors get 24 months, but check your UAE pass right now, open visa details and look at the bottom. I bet it says 6 months. And trust me, these 6 months fly by faster than you think. One day you're visiting your family back home, handling some business there, and maybe extending your stay a bit longer than planned, and suddenly, boom! Visa cancelled, no warnings, and no second chances. One of our clients, a successful tech entrepreneur from the UK, found this out the hard way. He spent 7 months focused on expanding his business in Europe, only to find himself denied entry when he tried to return to Dubai. And his entire life, apartment, car, business contacts, all suddenly out of reach. But here's how you can avoid this nightmare. Option 1, apply for a re-entry permit. It takes about 7-8 working days and costs around 300 AED. Any typing center in the UAE can process this electronically, even while you're abroad. Option 2, if you're already past the 180 days and your visa is automatically cancelled, you have 2 paths forward. If you're from a country with visa on arrival privilege, no problem, you can enter that way. But if you're from India, Pakistan or similar countries without this privilege, you'll need to arrange a new entry visa and most likely a tourist visa. And listen carefully, if you cannot get a visa on arrival, do not come back to Dubai until you've sorted out your tourist visa. You will be stopped at immigration and sent back home immediately. You won't even pass the border. I've seen this happen to clients, and it's not only embarrassing, it's expensive and time-consuming to fix. Don't want the hassle of re-entering every 180 days? A golden visa could be your perfect solution. Book a free 30-minute chat with our Emifast experts, link in the description, and we'll show you how to get one. Another mistake, you leave your job, check your Emirates ID and think, oh great, I still have plenty of time left on this. Wrong. Here is the reality check. The moment you cancel your visa, whether it's employment, investor, or any other type, you only have 30 days. And that's it. I don't care if your Emirates ID shows it's valid for another year or 2. Those 30 days are ticking away fast. And here's the real kicker. Something most people don't realize until it's too late. After those 30 days, your bank will freeze your accounts. And why, you maybe think now? Because you're no longer a resident. During those 30 days, you need to transfer all your money out of your accounts. So these 30 days are what we call the grace period, when you need to move your money out from your bank account to your home country or any other bank account, or find a new job, of course, to stay longer. And let me explain how this grace period thing actually works, because it's crazy how many people get this wrong. When your visa expires, you get a 30-day grace period to either get a new visa or leave the country. But people think, oh cool, I've got time. But here's the thing, after those 30 days, the fines start hitting you like a truck. First up, you're getting slapped with 300 AED right away, and then it's another 100 AED for each extra month. And wait for it, 50 AED per day on top of that. Let me do the math for you. Stay 3 months after your grace period and you're looking at 5,000 AED in fines, just like that. So if you have 5,000 AED to spare, sure, you can overstay, but trust me, getting a proper visa for 2 years is much cheaper than paying 5,000 AED just for overstaying. And at Emifast, we helped clients who came to us with over 10,000 AED in fines. One particular client from Canada had been misinformed by his previous advisor and ended up with fines that exceeded the cost of his original visa. But we managed to negotiate a reduction, but it was still a painful lesson learned. Don't make this mistake. Mark your calendar, set alarms, do whatever it takes to remember your visa is almost expiring. The next one is super important for those of you sponsoring your family. So listen up, when you're changing jobs in Dubai, which happens quite often as you find better opportunities, what happens to your dependents? Because as you know, when you cancel your visa, your family's visas get cancelled too. But there's a simple solution many don't know about. Put their visas on hold first. You can go to any typing center, ask them to put your dependent visa on hold, switch your visa from the old employer to a new one, and then go back and unhold the visas. No double payments, no new medicals, nothing like that. Very useful, right? So our advice is make sure you do this before you cancel your current visa. Otherwise, you'll have to start all your family visas processes from scratch. And that means new medical exams, new documentations, and thousands in additional fees. One family that came to Emifast had spent an extra 15,000 AED because they didn't put their family visas on hold before the main sponsor changed jobs. And all that could have been avoided with this one simple step. Last but definitely not least, mistake number 5. Forgetting to update your bank documents. Imagine this, you're at a fancy dinner, maybe with clients or friends, you try to pay the bill and boom, your card gets declined. Not because you're out of money, but because your bank account is frozen. And when you get a new visa, you have 30 days to update your bank documents. After that, your account gets frozen. You'll need to send your new Emirates ID, and some banks might also ask for your visa, labor contract or investor visa documentation. The good news is that most banks now let you upload these documents right in their app. So you don't need to visit branches, but you still need to remember to do it. Set a reminder in your calendar, and the moment you get your new bank documentations, update your bank and don't wait. So there you have it, the 5 critical Emirates ID mistakes that could cost you thousands. To recap, don't break the 180-day rule, remember your Emirates ID is not your visa, and don't get trapped by misunderstanding the grace period. Put your family visas on hold when you're changing job, and always update your bank documentation within 30 days. And if you're tired of renewing your Emirates ID every 2 years and dealing with these potential pitfalls, a golden visa could be your solution. And at Emifast, we specialize in helping entrepreneurs and investors secure golden visas. And that means no more worrying about visa renewals, no more 180-day rules, and no more family visa complications. And that's the peace of mind a golden visa can give you. Click the link in the description to book your free consultation call with our Emifast experts. We've helped thousands of clients navigate the UAE's residency system successfully, and we can do the same for you. And if you found this video helpful, give it a like, drop a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights and global financial strategies and relocation tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.